So, Summer League is now officially over. I don't even know who won it because it's irrelevant. But we are going to talk about that and a lot more important things. But before we get started, gentlemen, I saw y'all top 5 list last week, and I am appalled at some of the work you all put together. Lawrence Funderburk. Are we serious with that one?
I think I'll change it out.
I know one thing. I don't want to ever have a conversation about Chicago basketball versus whatever municipality you want to claim in Ohio. If Funderburk, or I don't even know if I'm saying his name right,
is right.
Is in your top 5. But I'm not even mad about that. I'm not mad about it at all. I was more disappointed in my guys from Chicago, Sports Life and Hip Hop. Their list was okay. They could have done better though. They didn't represent the city the way they should have.
Well, right now, who would be your 5 then?
Oh, I've got my 5. I've got my 5.
Let's talk about it. Who you got?
I've got 6 OLI. So those that don't know, OLI is outside looking in.
Do we have to hear all that?
Yes, you do. OLI, Kevin Garnett, Andre Iguodala, Anthony Davis, Patrick Beverly, Ayo Dosunmu, Tony Allen, and the late, great Benji. They had all of them in their top 5. Wouldn't be for me, but, I'm not going to besmirch them. Those my guys.
We kind of was on the fence about KG since he grew up in South Carolina and stuff like that. But go ahead.
Nope. That's a Chicago Hooper. Number 5.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade.
Okay.
Richards High School, legendary Final Four run with Marquette, 3 NBA titles, 1 Finals MVP. He defeated cancer and he married Gabby. Go. In everybody's top 5. Can't take him out.
Not your crew last week. We asked about him. They like he wasn't worthy of top 5.
Those Bufords. Top number 4. Quentin Richardson. That's who I was mad if they didn't put in there. Whitney Young High School, state champ, coldest college team in Chicago sports history. Top 5 bucket celebration in basketball history. You remember that. Everyone was doing that back at the end of the 90s. 13 years in the league. Go. No argument there, right? Here's comes the argument. Number 3, Derrick Rose.
No argument.
Yeah, no argument. The pride of the South Side. Champion of Chatham, my hood, kind of. Inglewood Emperor. GD General. State champ with Simeon. Legendary Final Four run with Memphis. Youngest MVP in league history. Entire NBA rule named after him. You know what that means? GOAT. This will probably get me kicked off the I will probably have to see some people in Chicago next time I'm up there after they hear this one. Number 2, Isaiah Thomas. Zeke.
Oh, we don't have no problem with that.
I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't. He was number 1 on both of y'all list. St. Joe's High School. Shout out to St. Joe's. They're no longer around, but St. Joe's High School. The God of out West Illinois. 2 Final Fours appearance with Indiana. National champion. Bobby Knight's favorite player of all time. From 290 to 2 titles. Hall of Fame. Go. Can y'all guess what my number 1 is? Y'all never figure it out. Cut the suspense. Candace Parker, numero 1, Naperville's nastiest, 2-time state champ, 2-time national player of the year, 2-time national champion in Tennessee. Shout out to Pat Summitt. Dunking on niggas in high school, college, and the league. Rookie of the year and MVP in the same season. 2-time champ, Hall of Fame. Go.
The brother wasn't even outside.
Yeah, and Anthony Parker don't get no love.
Nope.
You got to put him on your squad and replace KG since KG spent 16 of his formative years in South Carolina.
But he did all his hooping in Chicago. That's all we here for. All of it?
He was hooping in South Carolina though. Well,
Was he?
I told y'all that I replaced Thunderbird with Steph Curry.
Nah, that's cheating. You can't do that. Can't do that one. I looked at the rule book. Can't do that. Can't have stuff.
Okay.
All right, but much to do. Let's talk about what we got running around right now. Summer League has ended, and I was just texted and told that the Charlotte Hornets are your 2025 Summer League champs. Now, if I was to ask you all, who won the Summer League last year?
Couldn't tell you.
You sure you can't?
Positive. I couldn't tell you.
Give you one guess. No. There's your one guess. Actually, the people who won the Summer League last year was the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Wow.
Shocking, ain't it?
They didn't win last year. They won the year before.
Oh, you're right. 2023. 2023 was the Cleveland Cavaliers. 2024 canceled due to COVID. So just like 2020. Doesn't matter.
2024 was canceled because of COVID?
It must have been.
No.
So
I watched Ron Holland play last year in that
Did
game.
Detroit win it?
No.
Oh, then it was canceled. Golden State Warriors, Sacramento Kings, San Antonio Spurs, the Bulls in 2016, Lakers after that, Portland, Memphis, Sacramento Kings again, Portland again, Cavaliers in 2023. What is that list of Summer League champions? First thing comes to mind. What?
Nothing.
Mids.
First thing I thought of when I looked at this list was winning the Summer League doesn't point you in the right direction when you come to the regular season. I don't think any of these teams did. I know Sacramento Kings, they won it twice in the last 10 years. Portland won it twice in the last 10 years. I don't think they've been sniffing the players.
The Miami Heat won it in 24.
They did. We saw there was a play-in team. So like I said, canceled due to COVID. Yeah, so let's talk about at least what happened this Summer League from a team-to-team perspective. Let's start off with my boys from Detroit basketball. And while you're at it, any other updates or news coming out of Detroit? What you got?
Well, what I saw is I didn't see what I wanted to see. Let me say this. I saw what I expected. I expected better play from Ron Holland. He did have one bad game that he played in, but it wasn't even a bad game. It was just the first game he blew the roof off the building. He had 28 points. He had 18 in the third quarter. He was step back threes and he was hitting threes. And then the second game he had like 15, and then the third game he had like 22. So he wound up averaging like 22 points a game. He had a bunch of fouls in one of the games, and he had a tech. So I was waiting for to see more of Bobby Clinton, and he had a good, decent last game of the season of the Summer League. He had a pretty decent game, showed his outside range, and I think for me, I wanted to see more assertiveness by him, more aggressiveness, but he's almost a little too unselfish at times. Good passer, but but this is Summer League, and this is it's not a time to be too unselfish. So, and what's the other guys? The other guy named Foster
Jenkins.
We saw what we wanted to. Well, we knew Jenkins was going to be decent during the Summer League. But no surprises, nothing glaring, nothing. We saw what we needed to see out of Ron Holland. Hopefully he continues to be better. Continued on the road to improvement during the off season. He has a while ago. He's a young guy, so hopefully he continues to work on that jump shot.
Something else we got to continue to work on, not putting our headphones next to the mic. Foster, what did you see from Summer League from the Detroit Pistons?
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I've been working off some different equipment today. But yeah, so first and foremost, I hate the brand of Summer League basketball is pretty poor in general. You don't foul out until you get 10 fouls. So people are just up there going for broke as far as as far as defense is concerned. So it just creates a very muddy and sloppy game. But as far as the things that jumped out at me, like June said, Ron Holland did seem to be more polished and much improved from last year. His jump shot looks a lot more confident. You see him taking step back threes. I mean, at one time it appeared he was just taking threes because he out of necessity and being open, but now he seems like he's somebody that can confidently put up some shots. But obviously he showed the defense and the energy per usual. Yeah, Bobby Clinton, he was turnover prone. I'm definitely impressed with his ability to pass the ball. Get a nice 2-man game going with Tolu Smith, who has performed pretty well. I think that he's physically he's kind of that traditional center that is more of a back to the basket. He's limited as far as athleticism is concerned, but he might be a respectable, backup, center type guy. But yeah, I think that Dennis Jenkins was the guy that stepped up and really showed me the most. He had a pretty good summer league last year, but he had a good summer league last year, but I think he stepped it up. I think he's even more efficient scorer this year. But his turnover to assist ratio was pretty impressive as well. We knew that he could score, but he seems to be a pretty good distributor. He's got some good athleticism. So I'm really excited to see how he fares within that next level preseason basketball against guys that are more apt to make a team actually, because he had a good G League last year, and it appears that he's kind of taken that next step in the right direction. So outside of that, Chaz Lanier, he took a lot of threes. I'll say that.
He missed a lot too.
Yeah, definitely missed a lot of threes. I think he shot around 30%. He did not touch, granted, most of these guys, he played all 5 games, but he didn't attempt one free throw in 5 games. So pretty obvious that he wants to take outside jumpers. He's not going to attack the rim very much, but he looked pretty comfortable, on pin down screens, and he showed a little bit of a mid-range game, but attacking the basket, especially for a guy with some decent, it's pretty, 6'6" or something like that. So I want to see him get to the line, because if he is a good outside shooter, he should be a pretty good free throw shooter.
Foster, you don't like open runs, I take it.
I mean, if I'm evaluating from an NBA standpoint, then open runs are cool, but it's not me out there hooping. It's NBA players.
So what do you want to see when you're watching Summer League? I mean, it's not an NBA game.
Right.
80% of the guys on the floor are not NBA players. But what are you looking for? Not from I get it that, it's hard to turn off your entertainment brain, but let's try to do that right now. But from a technical standpoint, what do you want to see from the team that you're, scouting?
It's more of an individual. It's more of an individual evaluation than it is a team thing. You're looking to see just some of those skill sets: outside shooting, ball handling, passing. It's not as cohesive of an evaluation as it is to evaluating individual attributes.
Okay. You agree with that, June?
Yeah, I mean, NBA is not open gym. So, I think we watch summer league just to see individuals more so than the team play. I think even if you go 0-5, but the guy you want to see improve balls out, then you're just as satisfied.
What about you, Tate? What do you want to see from summer league?
I'm really just looking at from for the second year guys, for your second year guy playing, I'm looking to see what you improved from last year. If you're a potential rotation player, if you're a second year player, if you're a first rounder and you're playing the second year, you obviously didn't get enough time last year because in Cleveland's case, Jalen Tice, for example, played on a winning team. So he didn't really get a whole bunch of run last year in the regular season. So you want to give him the green light to be the guy on the summer league team and just see what all encompasses his game, what he can do. So I'm looking for that from veteran summer league players, which are 2, 3 at the most, right? From the young guys, I'm looking from a, like Foss and June said, from just a scouting standpoint. Coming from college, see how they fare against other guys that are hungry, trying to make the league, trying to get a two-way contract, because all those things aren't guaranteed to those guys. So they might not be as talented as the NBA players, but they're probably playing just as aggressively and playing, no Diddy, can't even avoid it, playing harder than a lot of these guys play regularly in the regular season. So I'm just looking from that standpoint. I want to see if they fit because if you got a good summer league program, then ideally you're playing the style that the varsity team plays, right? So you will see how they fit in that style and all those things like that, in my opinion.
Tell us about what Cleveland did in the summer league, and while you're at it, any updates that Cleveland has had since the past week? I saw what you put in the chat. Mobley getting his grown man body, huh?
Yeah, Mobley's working out in Vegas. He's putting on a little bit of weight, a little bit of muscle. The whole Cleveland organization, Coach Kenny Atkinson was interviewed during one of the podcasts. I mean, one of the Cleveland games, sat with Greg Anthony and the other guy doing the games, and they Donovan Mitchell sat down with Taylor Rooks on a podcast. Everybody agrees that the Cavs gonna go as Evan Mobley goes, as far as when he takes over as being the best player. Coach Kenny Atkinson said in the next couple of years, we hope he's a perennial MVP candidate. And I think I mentioned that on the podcast of you guys before previously, that Evan Mobley has to be the best player for the Cavs. He's the best talent, but he has to be the best player. But yeah, he's working out. I mean, I like the fact that he's in the gym, putting on muscle, working on his handle, wearing a do-rag. Might be getting a little bit of KG mentality, even though you can't fake it. But he has to do. I'm sorry. Did you say something? Oh, yeah. A little bit of KG mentality that he developed on the streets of South Carolina. So, you got to hope that happens. As far as the summer league team, Cavs went 2-3, I believe. I stopped watching like the third game because the 4 players that are going to be on potential, but 3 going to definitely be on the roster. One of them is on a two-way, but he may have played his way into a roster spot. Cleveland has 2 roster spots open for a 14th and 15th player. Jalen Tice, the rookie I was talking about, first round draft pick out of Cal last year, pick number 20. Versatile small forward, 6'6", 6'7", physical, can be a secondary playmaker, but he won't have to do that with Cleveland, not with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Lonzo Ball, some of those guys they have. He won't have to be that, but he's capable. Physical. He's a poor man's Josh Hart right now. Let's just say that. He looked really good in the 2 games that he played, then they sat him down. He had almost a triple-double in one of the games. He might have fell a couple of assists short, but looked really good. Craig Porter Jr., y'all know him. He's been on the varsity team for a couple of years now, but they wanted him to go and be the guy to lead the team, take over since he's probably going to play some backup point guard this year since Ty Jerome is gone. They wanted him to go see how he leads a team, can take over and lead a group of young guys. Well, he got hurt in the first half of the first game, hamstring. They sat him down, so we didn't get to see that much of him at all, like a quarter's worth. But he'll be on the regular season roster. Naquan Tomlin played college basketball, community college. Then he went to Kansas State and transferred for his final year. It's a project. Didn't play till not in high school, till after high school. That's why he played at community college. But then after 1 year at Kansas State, went and played 1 year at Memphis with Penny Hardaway. 6'9", 6'10", power forward. He puts you in mind. I mean, these guys, a poor man's Pascal Siakam. Same kind of frame, same kind of game. You know, aggressive on the boards. He's the guy that could potentially make the 14th roster spot. So he averaged like 24, 8, and 3. In one game, he had 10 offensive rebounds in one of the games. So he looked really well. Surprised how he looked. Him and Jalen Tyson were definitely two best players. The rookie, Tyrese Proctor, pick number 49 out of Duke. He had a game where he scored 35. That was the game after Tyson sat down. He had the green light. They wanted to see what he can do, shoot, take over, play, make, do everything he can do. He looked decent. He already has a contract to be on the varsity, so he'll be there next year. Now, whether he has to go play for the Cleveland Charge some games or any of that, we don't know. It can only help his development because he's on a team where he might not get many rotational minutes, but he's capable of getting an NBA game, you know, save some of the guys in the last 5 or 6 minutes of a blowout victory. He looked decent though. I think it's a lot to develop with that. 6'5", can play some defense. He got stronger since Duke already. Knocked down 3-point shooter, so he needs to create better for himself, be able to, you know, run an offense. Not that he's a point guard, but just run an offense better, get more experience at that. So those are the 4 players from the Cavs that I think wraps up far as their summer league. They look good. I mean, because it's not about winning and losing. I mean, it was real hype. The Imani Bates first year, the year we won the summer league championship, and we did go to the playoffs that season. We lost. That's the year we got beat up by the Knicks in the first round. So it really doesn't mean anything, but it's good. If you're a fan, you watch. It's good to see.
Speaking of Duke, did you all see Dante Jones in the news this week?
You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait.
Former world champion with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Dante Jones.
He won a championship?
He did win a championship.
Yeah.
He was on the team? He was in the NBA? The only thing I know about Dante Jones is what I learned. Well, I know 2 things about Dante Jones. 1, he's a cheap shot artist when he hit my boy Psycho T. 2, I saw a video of him. If you haven't seen it, you know, when I talk about this Bulls, feel free to Google Dante Jones. I saw him reminisce on his NBA career that you just alerted me to when he went digging in his pocket. But anyway, let's talk about the Bulls report right now. Start the show. All right, so if you're a Bulls fan, you've probably been a little agnostic about the team this offseason because they haven't done anything. AKME, they keep promising big stuff, but they keep under-delivering. This offseason, they've traded Lonzo Ball for Isaiah Okoro after re-signing Lonzo Ball to a 2-year deal. What was the point of that if you're just going to trade him for a role player that is, I would say it, beneath Lonzo Ball's capabilities? So again, over-promising and under-delivering. But coming to the Summer League, the Bulls did not win it, which would have gave Bulls fans something to talk about, something to be happy about. At least the young guys are hooping, but they did have a over 500 record. They were 3-2. Montez played in 2 of the games. He averaged the 22. Shout out to Capone, if you know, 4 deuces. He averaged 22 himself. And the Bulls did sign a very decorated Japanese player, probably one of the most decorated Japanese players in basketball. I'm not gonna say history, but just one of the in these circles. Yuki Kamamura I believe his name was. He played with Memphis last year. He was cooking. The Bulls signed him to a two-way deal. So I guess low ceiling, high ceiling type of player type of thing right here. It's a two-way deal. You don't expect much from something like that. But the Bulls, it's hard for Bulls fans to expect much with what they got going on right now anyway. So if we get anything out of my man Yuki, then it's a win. And as of right now, it's not looking like it's been too many wins this summer. Tate, have you seen that Dante Jones video?
I haven't.
You should have Googled that. But anyway, we're gonna take a break real fast. And on the other side of this break, we're gonna talk about some other stuff going on in free agency, most notably in La La Land. If you're watching live, stay tuned. We are going to be right back. If you're checking us out on audio, after our wonderful ad partners rap to you for a second, we'll be right back on the other side. So stay put. Don't go too far.
Need a Garrett's popcorn break.
So the team I've been watching a lot this offseason, just checking out their moves because, during the dog days of summer, you got baseball, you got WNBA stuff going on, and you got just NBA Twitter, if you're still watching Twitter. I mean, if you still have logged into Twitter. And then there's the Clippers. The Clippers is like the sitcom that never takes a break during the summer. And I just want to ask if you all been as equally amused by what they got going on as I have.
What do you find amusing about it?
Well, they, as you've heard today, they did re-sign Chris Paul, who's probably going to end his career there as you don't get to say this too much often, but as a career Clipper, whatever that means, right? They waited on Bradley Beal to get bought out, and then they brought him over.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have a potential starting five of Harden, Chris Paul, Bradley Beal, and Kawhi. In addition to, in Zubac. Zubac's probably the best player in that front five. Not Kawhi, then Zubac. True or false? Well, over under rather. 52.5 wins for the LA Clippers next season.
But before you do that, you got Zubac over Harden?
Yes. I think Zubac's a top 3-ish center, at least based on last season. Pretty solid offensively, very good defensively. I think Harden's just for the checks, just there for the checks and the cheeks.
Over, I would say under, just because I feel like they're still going to have injury issues. But overall, it's a team that doesn't really have any. There's really no weaknesses on that team. That team's got a good mix of offense, defense.
You already mentioned the weakness.
The defense. You got Kawhi. You got Zubac. You got Kawhi, you got Zubac, you got Derrick Jones Jr. I mean, you got the front line. The front line should be all right, but
I think
like I said, the injuries. Kawhi's not going to play 82 games or anything close to that.
Chris Paul
played all 82 last year.
Even
if he played 70, I'd be impressed. But he played all of them. You said what, Tate?
I don't think Chris Paul starts. I think Chris Paul leads the bench. I think John Collins starts. I think Chris Paul leads the second unit along with Brooks Lopez. They have an experienced second unit. So, and they also got, as far as defenders go, Nicholas Batum. 52.5 is a good number. I think they'll get 50 wins. 53 might be pushing it a little bit, but they're not laughable. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no.
They're laughable. Very laughable. They're Clippers. Come on now. Let's be real.
Well, this is not the Clippers. This is not the. I know you love Quentin Richardson, but this is not the Darius Miles and team. Like, oh, they're fun, but they're not good. Like, I mean,
they're not even the Norman. They're not even the Norman Powell Clippers anymore. Don't forget that they traded off arguably their most dependable player for nothing.
That was a cute season, but like, what is he, 30? And
he's got about three, 4 season stretch now.
None that was as good as this one though. This one
last year was definitely his best.
Yeah, by far.
When I said dependable now.
Did Norman Powell go to North Carolina? Is he a Tar Heel?
No, he's a Miami.
You got to look those things. I think he's from California.
No, he is from UCLA, but the way K defended like he's some
right
difference maker. Dependable is the giving up Norman Powell and picking up Bradley Beal and Chris Paul, they're better.
Yeah, that's
no, they're not. Let's just not do that. No, they're not.
Wait. I mean,
you don't get caught out if you're better. That's not.
I mean, you got Bradley Beal. That's the what? He could be the fourth option offensively. He doesn't even have to really stress himself out too much. But as far as on the defensive side of things, you got Chris Dunn. You got Brook Lopez is one of the better front line defenders too. Like I said, the perimeter isn't. I mean, Chris Paul. I don't know. This team's pretty balanced in my opinion.
And you still wouldn't go past 52 wins.
Nah, 52 wins is a lot. The Pacers didn't win 52 wins.
The Pacers not gonna come close to that this year.
No, right, you're right, but they didn't have 52 wins last year and went to the finals of Game 7.
In the West too, it's gonna be.
It's still the Clippers. The West is loaded, so it's a different type of situation out west. So
now I didn't say what they would do in the playoffs. We all know the Clippers aren't going to do anything in the playoffs. I don't care who's on the team. That's just how they, especially if you got Harden at the helm.
And Bradley Beal.
Is not going to show up.
That too.
And Bradley Beal, yeah.
And Chris Paul, don't forget that.
I think if Chris Paul playing a role where he playing off the bench under no more than 18, 20 minutes a night, he's going to be serviceable. I don't think there's a better backup point guard in the league.
That's a thing. We're ranking backup point. Tune in next week. We're gonna have our top 5 backup.
If we learned anything during the playoff run, you have to have depth to make it far.
Yeah, and it's the Clippers. They are always injured. They gonna need their depth, and their depth still. Chris Paul and April go together in the ER better than anybody. I mean, let's not do that. June, Clippers 52.5 over under.
How many did they win last year? I'm curious about that.
What did they finish last year?
Yeah,
I believe it was about 55-ish last year. I mean, that's off the top of my head. Probably somewhere close to that. My thing is that Bradley Beal. I thought the experiment with Bradley Beal being a
51 games.
I got he won 50 who?
51.
I think they're going to tinker around that 50-51 game.
That's what I said, June. They're 50-win team, but 53, I don't know.
Seems like a lot.
I just assumed that everyone was finally off this Bradley Beal narcotic. Like, okay, he's cool on a bad team. He can give you 30 on a bad team that's not looking for any wins. You put him in a situation where there's expectations. It's not really. It's going to be a square peg in a round hole. Want to be one of those situations. You already got Harden, and then you bring Bradley Beal into the situation. You got Kawhi, who's all respect for Kawhi. I think he's on the other side of his prime. In fact, I don't even think he's in his prime anymore. But he's on the downside. He can still do a lot of things offensively. He's had better days defensively. Zubac is great. Brook Lopez is serviceable. But then you add Chris Paul to the mix. I don't know, man. It's looking like a fighting for a number 6 to me.
Wow,
especially in a loaded West.
This team is put together better than the Suns. We can agree on that, right?
Oh, the Suns are well. Put put an asterisk by that because the Suns, they still are trying to figure out what they got going on alongside of
Booker.
I forgot. Yeah, Booker. Yeah, I was finna call him Kardashian. My bad. No disrespect. Yeah, they're still trying to figure out who's his running mate going to be. Are they going to keep Jalen Green? Are they not? So I will put an asterisk by that now. But I do like the dynamic duo of Booker and Green if they do end up rolling it out together.
I was referencing when it was KD, Beal, and Booker though, more so. Like where Beal didn't work there, at least you're surrounding him with some defense at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
And an actual
you're right there. Right.
An actual point guard too.
True point guard, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Harden is a top 5 assist type guy. He may not be your prototypical, but he's a great passer.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got
no shade there.
We all know that Paul
and you lose no assist production when Chris Paul comes off the bench.
Oh yeah, none at all. There's always going to be somebody on the court that can get it to somebody.
I let it sit for us, Foster. I'm gonna let that one sit for a second, but it's like stinky fish. You put it out there, now we all got to smell it. All right.
Whoa! Run it back.
No,
run the cinnamon spice back. You put it out there, now we all got to smell it.
Like a stinky fish, like I said. That's a reach, man. That's a reach. Like I said, that's a reach, man. Throw the flag. You're reaching. That's not getting past. That's not getting past the lawyers. Come on now. All right, enough of me hating on the Clippers. Let's do another list. This week, we're doing top 5 moments in franchise history. Who wants? I'm gonna go to tape. Top 5 moments in franchise history. So, whatever they may be, Detroit, fighting the fans, I don't know, or back to back with Zeke in the microwave and Dumars, or Zeke continuing to play after he blew out his ankle that game. I don't know. Whatever you want to is your show, your list. I won't critique it. If you miss something, I definitely will bring it up. Foster.
The top 5. I mean, we're starting at 5.
For production purposes, it helps if you start at 5, but you can run it however you want.
This is the part of the show that I forgot to do research on, but
excellent job.
I mean, so for me, as far as the bad boys are concerned, those are years that I do not remember. So they would have to fall, towards the bottom of my top 5 list.
Well, you don't got no good top 5, False.
Well, I mean, it depends on how
his
you.
List. Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah. So okay. So I say, Bad Boys number 5. We'll say.
Wait. What specific moment from the Bad Boys?
I don't know.
Let me go first.
Go ahead.
You know what? It's some. Do you know who Vernell Hill is, Foster?
No.
Martin, bro.
Take his Detroit card today. June, give us a list that's worthy of Detroit basketball.
Okay. I got number 5, the actual number 1 pick of Cade Cunningham. Top 5 moment.
Okay.
I got number 4, the actual game where Isaiah hurt it was his ankle versus the Lakers in a loss in LA. Also, I hate to say this, but the number 3 was the bad pass by the inbounds play versus Boston to lose it.
Wasn't that Zeke who threw that?
It was
or was
Zeke.
it? It was, yeah.
Number 2 would be the brawl. The brawl in the what do they call it versus Pacers?
Malice in the Palace.
Malice in the Palace. And number one is definitely the back-to-back championships for the Bad Boys.
You got Malice in the Palace as a top five? Top five.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You all won the fight. Okay. I like it.
But the thing is, that was like 2004. Am I correct?
Right. It's 2004.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good year.
All right. Did you miss me, Foster? Shaboing boing? Yeah. You don't get that reference, do you? All right.
No, I watch Martin. Come on now, but Vernon, come on. Is he that common of a
The
person?
Vernell Hill.
They're doing a spinoff of Vernell Hill.
Yeah.
That
Foster don't give a damn.
It was based in Detroit, but I don't know.
Oh my Jesus!
It was just based in Detroit. It wasn't even shot in Detroit. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
But anyway,
They had a show where they was at the DMV. We don't have a DMV. It was kind of fake.
Yeah, it was shot in LA. They just showed
Right,
it.
okay, if we're gonna call Martin fake now. It didn't put up for Detroit.
We have the Secretary of State. We don't have a Department of Motor Vehicles, man. That was kind of
the same thing. We don't have a DMV in Chicago. It is actually the Secretary of State too, but we call it the DMV.
You call it the DMV. We don't call it the DMV.
We don't call it the DMV. That's what I'm saying. You know, Detroit culture. You got to embrace it.
But one moment that that June didn't speak on was definitely defeating that super team of the Lakers.
Well, I wanted to leave something for you. So
yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, I fumbled the rock a little bit, but yeah, that one was pretty. That one was pretty epic. I mean, Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Kobe, Shaq, Ori. I mean, that team was super stacked, and they managed to win one game on a game-winning shot by Kobe. Otherwise, we would have swept that team. So that was pretty impressive.
Beating Kobe outside of his court clothes. I loved it. Tate, top 5 moments in Cleveland Cavs history. What you got?
Much like Foss, I forgot to do my homework on that too. But because I'm so old, I got a long frame of reference, right? So I'm going to go number 5. The fleecing of the Philadelphia 76ers. We traded Roy Hinson, 1986 draft, for the number 1 overall pick. You guys don't know who Roy Hinson is, right? We traded him for the number 1 overall pick, turned it into Brad Daugherty, who was well on his way to being a Hall of Famer had he not decided to go hang out with Joe Gibbs and race cars for a living.
He's the only player.
I mean, he made a career. He made a career out of that. So
I mean, if he's from North Carolina,
once again, the Tar Heel. That's why you're taking up for him. Sorry,
he likes this. He likes this.
Take it out for him, man. It's a fact. He made a career out of NASCAR.
I also want to say he's the only player to get beat up by Bill Laimbeer. But go ahead.
Irrelevant. He's a basketball player. Basketball players can't fight.
Definitely that one from North Carolina couldn't.
Maybe true.
That's my number 5. My number 4, I have to say, I think Detroit mentioned some ones that aren't favorable for the team, but it's just such an iconic moment. You got to bring it up. Was Michael Jordan hitting the shot over Craig Elo in Game 5 of the 1988, I believe, Eastern Conference semifinals?
Yeah.
So that was, I mean, it's an iconic moment. You see it still all the time. Jordan pumping his fist and jumping in the air.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna include that one. My number 3 moment, again, referencing Detroit. LeBron James scoring 29 in 1 quarter against the Detroit Pistons in the Eastern Conference semifinal.
These are top Cavalier moments.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be top Cavalier moments?
Okay, just question. I would have thought that would be a little higher, but all right.
Sucker.
This is gonna be a good list then. It's gonna be a good list.
So that 29 points, and that was the Eastern Conference Final, wasn't it? That's the year. That's the year LeBron.
Okay, next, man.
Single-handedly upset Detroit and took a team that had no business to the finals to the NBA Finals. So those two are free. You know,
All right,
taking
we
to the
get
finals
it.
in 2007 and beating, scoring 29 against the Pistons and putting them out. Number 2, 2016 NBA championship, where LeBron James gets the block.
Number two.
Wow.
Number 1 better be really good.
Number 1 is the absolute best, and it all makes sense when I tell you that number 1 was the number 1 overall pick in 2003 when the Cleveland Cavaliers drafted LeBron James.
Okay.
That made almost everything else we just talked about happen.
Yeah. Okay. You got that.
Hey, you killed that one. That was a good list. That's a real good list. I don't know. even putting Mike in the list, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. So for the Bulls, top 5 list, top 5 moments for the Chicago Bulls in franchise history. Number 5.
Well, before you start, man, shout out to the Pistons fans because I know it's going to be some Pistons stuff in here. But go ahead.
Not too much. Not too much. This is Chicago centric. So number 5 is definitely the shot in '88. Put Mike on the map. If he wasn't already on the map, now you know. Definitely did his thing with that one. Number 4, Bulls finally getting over that Detroit hump in 1991. That was a moment. Like Scotty, no more migraines. It's time to put on your big boy boots and get the stumping. And they stumped all through D-Town in 91 on the road to number 3.
Is that the game Isaiah wouldn't shake hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Next.
On the road, they did this and they swept them. Don't forget that part. They swept them on the road to number 3. The Bulls hit that first title in 1991, tore up the West Side, bunch of riots, and you know what? Just good guys having fun in the city. And I'm not going to inundate you all with all of the championships because the Bulls got a lot of them. So can't fit them all in this top 5 list. But number 2, the Bulls getting that number 1 pick and selecting Derrick Rose. Again, one of the gods of Chicago, probably Chicago's favorite hooper, if we're being honest. Again, Simeon, superstar, GD General, Emperor of Inglewood. All shout out to my man Derrick Rose. And number 1 moment in Chicago Bulls franchise history. Derrick Rose dunking on Goran Dragic. One of the best posters of all time. No. Joke. Number 1 is definitely drinking Utah's tears after Game 6 in 1998. If you know that shot where he pushed off, he definitely pushed off. He pushed off Byron Russ. See, I can be fair. He pushed off and then took the hearts out of everybody in Utah's chest. That is, if you believe they actually have hearts in their chest, but not the show for that.
Wow.
Michael Jordan, some call him the Black Cat, definitely was bad luck for all the Jazz fans, 97 and 98. But I did like you all's list. I thought they were pretty good, especially, not Foster's list, but Tate, your list was epic. That was a good list. Real good list, especially off the cuff too, off the rip. You ever I know you two guys in Detroit, you guys got into the battle rap scenes. Tate, you doing stuff off the dome, man. You ever thought about freestyling?
I freestyle mine.
And I know Foster, he is the musician of the crew, and that freestyle needed work, bro.
I'm a writer.
Oh, you're a writer. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna let my guys know. They was actually in the chat talking about, man, I could beat him in a battle. But I'm gonna let them know you're just a writer. But in any case, I know it is the it is the dog days of summer. We are scraping the bowl for content. So we are branching out doing other things as far as there's other sports that are active right now. Like I said, WNBA just came back from their All-Star break. I'm not going to even ask you guys who you all think are going to take over or take off in the second half. We ain't got to do all that right now. But what is going on is baseball and getting ready for football. And where can they hear that if they were so inclined to listen to what's going on in Detroit?
If on the audio side of things, you can check us out on Corner of the Copa. But as far as YouTube is concerned, Bleachers to Speakers is where you can catch it every Sunday for a recap of the week, and then your occasional player profile or announcement midweek as well. Motor City.
It is a good show on Bleachers to Speakers. Tate, same question. What's going on over there at the Know It Alls?
On the Know It Alls channel, man, we trying to just do a little bit of everything, man. And we had a show yesterday. Big G will be back, I believe, next week. He's been out for a couple of weeks. We had a show. B Dirt joined us, but we talked about. I wish we had a time to talk about it on here. What you guys thought about the WNBA and their salaries versus the NBA salary? Do they deserve more? That can be a question for another week. But we got into that yesterday. Talked about some NFL training camp. We talked about everything, basically what I'm saying. So that was just yesterday's show. Go back and check it out. Know It All's YouTube channel. So catch us there. We also do some Steeler stuff over there on Wednesday evening. We do the homies on the Know It All's channel, and that's on Friday nights. Myself, the homie B Dirt, and your man right here, Pay. It also airs, I guess, on Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel too. So be sure to tap in Fridays and check that out. But yeah, that's what we got going on in the Know It Alls, man. You can catch just about everything we do on that channel from that platform right about now.
Definitely a good follow. Both of these platforms, Bleachers to Speakers, Know It Alls. Good follows. You can never go wrong with that. I mean, who watches TV anymore? Everybody gets their content from YouTube. So check out YouTube and follow both of those channels for a lot of good, not just sports, but banter and content. As for Chicago, as I already said, we got baseball. I got my Cubs reports, and we are ramping up the football stuff. But before we get off of here, I do want to say rest in peace to everybody's favorite big bro, Theo Huxtable. He died in what was it? He was vacationing and I hope
in Costa Rica, he drowned.
He drowned. Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't Lake Lanier, because if it was Lake Lanier here in Georgia, I was gonna shake my head. But rest in peace to him. If it wasn't for him, we would never know what a Gordon Cottrell is. We would never we wouldn't have the same type of empathy for anybody with learning disabilities. He put us on in a different way back in the 80s, early 90s. So great actor, great producer, really talented guy. He's definitely going to be missed. But that's all I have for that, fellas. Same time next week. Same time, Bat Channel, all that. You can think about it later. See you guys later. Thanks for listening to this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel. Don't matter if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or watch it on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And to all the guys from Chicago, we say three things: bear down, go Cubs go, and sell the team, Jerry.